Here's a short, quick video to show you guys how well some modification age or not. We'll start off with the elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about modifications. Yes, of course, modifications to the 4Runner. But the way we're going to go about it is going to be a little different and unexpected, because how many of you wondered, I know I have, how will my modifications age over time? I do have to add a note here. This is specifically, what you guys are about to see is specifically to the Rust Belt area. Clearly, will make perfect sense in a second. But what I want to know is, how are some of you guys dealing with some of these modifications? Have you encountered anything abnormal, crazy wear that you weren't expecting, or just failures altogether? Drop them in the comments down below. Let's get this conversation going. But first, let's take a quick look at my modification or future modifications board here. See if we can do a transition. And as you guys can see, we are tackling them one by one. I'm not entirely sure when are we going to get to this supercharger, because we need more views, guys. I need all the support I can get. I want to also take this opportunity to thank you guys for getting us to 10,000, which, by the way, I did open a store, and if you're interested in this patch, I'm very proud of it. It's very cool, very neat. I have still some for sale. Thank you for all of you that have already bought one, but I do still have them on sale. And while we're here, might as well cross something out. Yep, that's for next episode. But on today's episode, back to transition again. Let's look at a build that was done 5 years ago. How well has it aged? Let's check it out. Here's a short, quick video to show you guys how well some modification age or not. We'll start off with the elephant in the room. And these are the rock sliders, obviously, that are, well, they're not looking so great after 5 years. The point I want to make with this video, guys, I'm not mocking this build. I wouldn't have made a video on it if I didn't like it. I just basically, just like with every other video of mine, I want to show you guys what you should be expecting after a little while. They're cool mods nonetheless, but these are things that you should expect, especially if you live in the Rust Belt. Definitely will be swapping this out because it looks terrible. And then we do have, we try to keep the license plate away from the camera, but yeah, this is actually a very nice hinge you got going on here. Not particularly crazy about the fit and finish of some of these. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree, because there's always like some gapping. You got to cut this a certain way, and then, you know, if you want to be nitpicky, that's what you're gonna see. But other than that, I mean, it still looks all right. It looks like a pretty strong one, to say the least. And this, of course, is showing its age a little bit, but other than that, it's there and it looks really good. Again, this side, same kind of story. They have a pretty aggressive angle, if I must say so myself. But why don't we go and take a look underneath? You guys are going to be amazed how much was actually spent a little while ago in this 4Runner. So let's see if you guys can catch every single little detail. There are a lot of parts that might appear to be OEM, but as you guys can see, they clearly are not. You got some Icon upper and lower trailing arms. Pretty cool. Personally, this was the second time ever that I've seen that. So as you guys can see, lots of shields, gas tank, of course, transmission and transfer case, skid plates that, as you can see, have been doing their job indeed. So I'm very happy to see that. A little beat up, but hey, that is what they're supposed to do. And check out these lower control arms skid plates. Really cool, interesting indeed. And let's not forget, the undercoating was done as it should have been, not only just on the frame but everything else, and that is a-okay with me. When you take a closer look here at this Icon suspension setup, you can see that the elements, although they've been beating it up, it's still holding up really well. I love how this external reservoir is mounted, and check out all the little details with the springs. It is indeed a top quality premium suspension system, and it shows 5 years later and it still looks really good. We do have 2.5-inch diameter coilovers with eye-back coil springs, and of course the CNC machine billet aluminum upper control arms that look the business. Again, wearing very well, and I definitely wanted to show you guys how these skid plates are mounted on these lower control arms, and there it is. You got 2 nuts that hold it to the control arm. Really, really cool. And although these RCI side steps / rock sliders are looking a little rusted, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with how well they are actually mounted to this subframe. And I just wanted to share with you guys that 100,000 miles we went ahead, replaced the spelt. Guys, it might not look completely bad, but basic maintenance does go a long way. Don't skip on that, and believe me, the car will repay you in the long run. So what did you guys think? I mean, I think you all can agree with me, the rock sliders for me at this point, they would have to go. I couldn't stand that, but that's just me, I'm a little picky. But all in all, I was super impressed. I hope you guys took from this video that I actually do like the modifications he did. Otherwise, why would I make a video? It is a very cool build. Nonetheless, point here was to show you guys, after 5 years in the Rust Belt area, what you too should be expecting from your modifications. Now, mind you, we don't know garage kept, not kept. I don't know. Was it being cleaned properly? We don't know. Especially, I'm referring to the rock sliders because I got to be honest with you. I think you guys can agree with me. As far as I'm concerned, that Icon suspension setup looks the beans. I definitely would do it all over again if I was in his shoes. Now, another question I do have for you guys is, let's put a price tag on this build. How much do you think 5 years ago we spent? If I have to be honest with you, my number is going to be a simple one, and I'm going to round it off right there at 10 grand. What do you think? Did he spend more? Did he spend less? It looks cool. I love those skid plates, and it gave me definitely a couple of ideas there. But in the meantime, guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. I know it was a short episode. If you did like this type of information and it was useful to you, don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And speaking of wear and tear, check out what 1 week down the shore did to these bad boys. I'm definitely currently taking any advice you guys can possibly give me for a place where I can find, I'm going to go ahead and say perhaps stainless steel bolts, hopefully black. I'm going to temporarily replace it with these, but I'm not even sure if these are stainless steel, so I just can't stand the way that looks. We'll see what happens here. Well, what can you say? Even my son is drawn to the car. I keep telling him to get out of the shot, but you say hi to the camera? No? Okay. Must have thrown his rocks.